Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So a few days ago, I had the opportunity to share one of the classes, class 4, and I forgot to record. So that's why we learn.
几天前我曾经有机会去给大家分享第4堂课，可是很不幸的我忘记录影，所以现在我们都要记得录影。
Yeah, but here we are, and in English they say you live, you learn.
就是在英文里面，我们会说你生活当中就会有学习。
Okay, so maybe let's just go a little quick review on what has happened these last few days.
也许我们快速的回顾一下过去的几天我们在谈到的内容。
This is the very first course of 15 courses.
15.
Yes.
这个是我们15堂课、15门课当中的第一门。
And then after these 15 courses, there is 3 courses that's a review.
然后在15门课之后还有3门课，它就会是一个总回顾。
So it's a total of 18.
所以一共加起来是18门课。
And it's funny because when Tim was advertising for it, he also said 15.
很有趣的，因为在 Tim 老师宣传这个课程的时候，他也是说15门课。
And I made the same expression as Janet did.
然后我对他就有一个反应，跟刚刚 Janet 给我的反应是一样的。
And he say, in a way, what he's trying to do is to maybe rebrand a little bit to present courses and information in Kyoto.
所以他想要做的就是在京都的课程，他想要重新给他塑造一个不同的形象去推广。
So all this content is based on basically steps on the path Lamrim content.
这些内容其实都是基于步步上道，也就是 Lamrim 道次第的内容。
So he was saying this is the first course on the steps of the path series 15 courses.
因此他是说这一个课程是步步上道15门课的第一门。
And then at the end you may get 3 more as a review.
然后在最后你应该会得到额外3堂课作为回顾。
We are in course number 1.
我们现在在第一门。
It's called, this time was called the 3 goals.
这一次我们把它命名为3个目标。
And we are talking about the 3 most important attitudes or ideas that we have to develop in our hearts, in our minds.
我们在讲的是3个我们需要在心里面去培养的一种心态，或者是一些理念。
And I mean more important in order to achieve the goals we want.
这是很重要的，为了去让我们达到自己想要达到的目标。
Can anyone name them?
有人可以把这3个东西列出来吗？Renunciation.
Very good. What's it?
出离心。
出离心.
Yeah.
And how do you say and? E.g. 菩提心.
菩提心。
菩提心.
菩提心。
心.
Yeah.
菩提心.
心 like sh 心。
菩提心.
Yeah.
提心. Okay. 一样.
一样。
And
以及第3个是什么？
正确的世界观。
Correct view.
Very good. Yes. 空性 emptiness and correct view.
对，空正见，空性，对于空性的理解就是正确的世界观。
Yes. So basically, I mean, technically, it's called correct view.
在技术上，我们把它命名为正确的世界观。
But yes, it does mean understanding emptiness.
但的确，它也代表着对空性的理解。
Also, sometimes it's called wisdom.
有时候也被称为智慧。
Basically synonyms in this case.
在这一个案例里面，这几个名称都是同义词。
But when we advance through the courses,
而随着我们慢慢在这个课程的系列当中前进，
we are going to study also logic.
我们也会去学习逻辑。
Pramana.
Pramana 是适量论。
Yes, the art of reasoning.
然后就是推理的艺术。
Basically teaches you how to fight with your friends and your partners.
基本上就是教你怎么样跟你的朋友跟伴侣吵架。
So they never can win over you.
然后让对方永远赢不了你。
No, just kidding.
没有啦，开玩笑的。
Actually, it does teach you how to debate,
事实上，它真的会教你怎么样辩论。
and in a way, more importantly, how to think.
那某程度上更重要的是教你怎么思维。
When we get to those courses,
当我们去到那些课程的时候，
when you are having a debate,
当你要辩论，
every single word that you say
你讲出来的每一个字，
or don't say
或者没有讲到的字，
can make a difference.
都会是造成很大的差异。
So if you are there and you say emptiness and correct view are the same,
如果你在辩论场上说空性跟世界观，正确的世界观是一样的，
a very good trained debater
一个训练良好的辩论者
could kill you in debate with that argument
就会因为你讲的这一句话，在辩论场上把你打得体无完肤。
because emptiness it's an absence
因为空性是一种缺失，
and correct view it's a positive phenomena.
但是正确的世界观是一种正向或者是实体存在的事物。
But that's for some other day.
但我们日后再讲。
For now and today, it's okay to say.
目前或今天我们这样讲是可以的。
You can say the path number 3.
你可以说第三道，
It's okay to say emptiness.
可以说是空正见。
Yes, I'm just planting a seed for the future. You get ready if you hear something different.
所以我只是在这里给大家种下一个种子，因为在未来你可能会听到不一样的说法。
Okay, so now
现在
how to say, one step deeper.
我们要再更
You
踏得更
you
深一
mentioned
步。
the 3 paths,
我们讲到三主要道，
but now who can say what they are?
有没有人可以解释一下各道是什么？
What renunciation means?
出离心是什么？
出离心就是发现自己的问题，然后决定要离开这些问题。
Renunciation is you realize what your problem is, and then you want to be away from it.
Yes,
是
that part is very important.
liberation，
You want liberation.
对你想要解脱。
Yes, liberation from what?
那从什么当中解脱呢
从烦恼中解脱。
？Mental afflictions
Yes,
是
all kinds of suffering.
所有的痛苦。
Yes. So yes, renunciation we can say is understanding we have a lot of problems in this life.
所以的确，就是出离心可以解释为我们理解在我们这一辈子里面有很多的问题，
Some of the most famous ones are
其中一些最著名
sickness,
的，第一个是疾病、
aging,
衰老、
dying,
死亡，
as being a human, or living in this world.
就是只要生在这个世界上，比如说你身为人，就会有这些问题。
Those are some of the most famous big problems we all have.
是最著名，我们每个人都共同拥有的一些大问题。
And so many more that happen in daily life.
那以及还有很多就是在日常生活发生的问题，
Like you say, negative emotions, mental afflictions.
像你刚刚讲到的心中烦恼，
We get jealous,
我们会嫉妒，
we get angry,
我们会愤怒，
we get confused, sad, depressed.
我们会困惑，感觉到忧伤。
And then at some point we understand we are tired of trying to be happy.
然后我们到了某个时间点，就发现我们很厌倦的不断去追逐快乐，
Tired of trying to be happy and not having success.
就是很厌倦的不断追逐快乐，却没有真正得到快乐。
So we develop this renunciation, and that opens our mind and heart to start trying new things to achieve the success we want.
所以，当我们心中有这样的想法，就会升起出离心，然后尝试找新的方法、新的道路，去让自己能够成功。
Because if my whole life I try to achieve success and happiness and it's not working,
如果我的一辈子都在花时间去追逐快乐跟成功，却一直没有得到我的想要的结果，
that understanding opens your mind for trying something new.
这样的理解就会让你的心打开，去尝试新的方法。
Then next one is
然后下一个
bodhicitta, you say?
就是你们说的菩提心，对吗？
And anyone else would like to say what it is?
有
What
没
it
有
means for you?
同学可以解释菩提心对你来说是什么？
菩提心就是发现别人跟我们有一样的问题，并且我们想要帮助他，也可以脱离这些问题。
Bodhicitta is realizing other people have the same problem that we do, and we also want to help them to get out of that problem.
Beautiful, yes.
非常棒。
And bodhicitta is made of two wishes together.
菩提心是由2个愿心组合在一起而成的。
Right now you mentioned one.
刚刚你提到的是其中一个，
You say, I want to help. I understand others are suffering as well,
你说我也理解到别人也有一样的问题，
and I really want to help them.
然后我也想要帮助他们脱离痛苦。
And then there is other thing that needs to be there
可是还有另外一件事情也要加进去的，
to make bodhicitta complete.
才能有完整的菩提心。
就
And
是
it-
要有正确的世界观，就是要有空性。
I have to have correct view. I need to understand emptiness.
Yes, and that's actually the next one.
这是其实下一个、下
But
一道，
but inside number 2,
但
there
在第2道里面
there is another very specific wish.
有一个很特定的愿心，我希望做到的事情。
Imagine like you are cooking a special, what's this thing called in English? In Spanish we call it pócima. Pócima. It's like a special medicine, like a mystic brebash that you're doing in English. I don't know.
Potion?
Potion, yes. Yes. So bodhicitta is like a magic, powerful potion. I like to think.
所以菩提心就好像一个魔法的药水一样，我是这么想的。
And it has two. Oh yeah, you're welcome if you want to deliver a message. Okay. Okay. So yes. Okay. Powerful potion.
所以很有力量的魔法药水，里面有什么材料？
And I like to think that way, like you are preparing the potion.
所以我是我喜欢这样去想象它，
So you are like,
就准
okay.
备这一锅药水。
You're like first ingredient, you pour like the wish to help others.
好，所以就是第一个材料就是我想要帮助别人的愿心，
And then you need one more ingredient.
然后你还需要另外一个材料是什么呢？
If anyone can remember the definition, the technical definition of bodhicitta,
如果有人能够记得菩提心技
you
术
will
上的
find
定义，
you will find the answer there.
你就会从中找到答案了。
Bodhicitta sometimes also is referred as the wish for
菩提心有时候也被称为想要达到什么的愿心。
不见空性。
Direct perception of emptiness, enlightenment.
enlightenment. Yes,
所以是的，证悟，
the wish for enlightenment.
想要证悟的愿心，
That's another name for bodhicitta.
这是菩提心的另一个名称。
So what does that mean?
所以这个又是什么意思呢？
You want to become enlightened yourself.
你自己想要证悟，
That's the other ingredient.
这就是另外一个材料。
So it's together. I want to become enlightened
所以要
就不
一起，所以我想要证悟，
because I want to help other people.
因为我想要帮助其他人，
Or you can say, I want to help other people.
或者你可以说，因为我想要帮助其他人，
And that's why I want to get enlightened.
这就是为什么我想要证悟，
And you mix them together.
然后把2个混在一起。
So it's two wishes
所以是
together, combined together.
2个愿心结合在一起。
I want to become the best version of myself.
我希望成为自己最好的版本，
I want to reach my highest potential
我想要达到我最高的潜能，
because I want to help other people as well.
因为我也想要帮助其他人。
It's a good business
这是一门不错的生意，
because you're going to be totally happy
因为你会完全的幸福快乐，
and you're going to be able to help others to be totally happy.
而且你有能力帮助其他人也能够完全的快乐。
Mhm. And then we move to, okay. And then some of you mentioned also,
然后你们也有提到的一个是，
you already decide you want that.
你已经决定了你想要这个东西，
You want to become enlightened and help other people.
你想要证悟，也想要帮助其他人。
And then you start thinking, okay, how can I become enlightened?
然后你就要开始想，那我要怎么样才能够证悟呢？
Because I really want to help other people.
因为我真的很想要帮助其他人，
So I have to get enlightened.
所以我得要证悟。
What's the technique or tool? One of the most important tools we need to achieve that.
那我们要达到证悟的话，其中一个最重要的工具或者是技巧是什么？
You both mentioned already.
其实你们两个刚刚都已经有提到了 ，help others，
Correct view.
正确的世界观。
Because with correct view, you can help others.
因为有了正确的世界观，你才有方法去帮助别人。
They say, in a way, only with correct view, you can help others ultimately.
据说，唯有透过正确的世界观，你才能够究竟的帮助到他人。
Understanding emptiness,
对空性要有理解，
understanding how reality works,
理解现实是怎么运作的，
understanding about seeds,
理解种子。
all that is correct view.
以上这一切都是正确的世界观。
Because even if you help someone on daily basis, daily life,
因为即便你在日常生活里面去帮助某个人，
that's not going to be enough to prevent them from getting sick, getting old, and dying.
这也仍然不足够去阻止他继续生病、继续衰老以及最终死亡。
But the promise is,
但这里有一个承诺是，
if we learn about seeds and emptiness,
如果我们学习关于种子跟空性，
even those things can change.
即便是那一些事情也能被改变。
And that's why sometimes I like to mention that that's actually the goal of these courses.
这就是为什么有时候会提到，其实这个就是这一些课程的目标。
Sometimes it may sound very like fantasy.
有时候听起来好像是太梦幻了。
Like if I'm walking in the street and somebody gives me a flyer
就是如果我走在街上，然后忽然有人递给我一张传
and
单，
they say, hey, you should come to this course and learn how not to die.
告诉我说：“哎，你应该要上这个课，因为他告诉你怎么不用死。
I think, no, this is crazy.
我觉得你疯了，
You just want my money or
你
something.
只是想要骗我的钱什么的。
But it's amazing that this wisdom is designed for that.
但很厉害的是，这一些智慧就是为了这样的目的而设计的。
Yes, it also helps us to be happy, success in daily life.
是，它也会帮助我们在日常生活里面更加的快乐，更加成功。
But to be very, very honest, the goals are much higher.
但真的老实说，其实那个目标是更高的，
They include daily life happiness,
当中也包含日常生活的快乐幸福。
but they offer even more.
但他们能提供的是更多。
So it's good to always dream big.
梦想越大，当然是越好。
We were studying in the qualities of a student.
我们学习到 we already study or we are going to study, I forget.
We already study 3 qualities of a good student,
我们已经学习过一个好学生的3项品质，
and one of them is that
所以其中一项就是这个。
that we as students are encouraged to have big dreams, big spiritual dreams.
也就是我们身为学生应该要
Yeah.
抱持着宏大的灵性目标跟梦想，
Not only wishing to have a nice house,
不是指梦想说啊，我想要有一所非常漂亮的房子，
which can be part of it,
当然也可以是目标的其中一部分，
but much bigger.
但你要梦想让它变得更大。
Like I wish no one in the universe never lacks a place to live.
我应该去
For
梦
example.
想，例如说，我希望全宇宙再也没有任何众生会缺乏一个让他居住的地方。
And it's good to do these meditations in our minds
在我们的意识里面去做这样的冥想非常好。
when we use our imagination to, I don't know, we use our mind to imagine
我们用自己的意识去想象
how it will be a perfect world,
一个完美圆满的世界是什么样的，
and don't restrict ourselves with what we believe is possible.
然后不要让自己被困在我认为可能发生的范围以内。
Like just imagine whatever you think will be perfect.
可以想象任何你认为真正完美圆满的状态。
And the promise is that we can perfectly design our own world and our own reality using correct view.
这里的承诺是透过正确的世界观，我们确实能够实现自己最理想的世界。
In order to use correct view, we have to learn about it.
为了能够运用正确的世界观，我们得要先学习，
And that's what we're doing here.
而这就是我们在这边做的事情。
So okay, those are the three principal paths,
以上就是三主要道，
the three principal attitudes, ideas, or realizations we have to develop.
三个我们需要去培养的理念或者是心态。
And of course, we can learn so much of each one of them.
当然，每一项我们都可以学习的更多。
That's why there are 15 courses.
这就是为什么我们有15门课，
And then after those 15 courses, there are even more courses.
然后在15门课之后还有更多的课，
Those are the advanced courses.
就是进阶的课程。
And then if you finish the 15,
那如果你完成了15个课程，
plus the 3 review ones,
再加3门回顾的课程，
then you may be able to study the other 18.
那也许你就能够去学习下一个18门的系列。
In general, just to mention briefly,
一般而言，我大略提一下，
we study as well how important it is to have a teacher.
我们也会去学习为什么有一位老师非常重要。
Because if you really want to get expert in something,
因为如果你想要在某个领域当中变得很专业，
it's really, really good to have some other expert that can help you.
那非常棒的一个做法就是找到另外一位专家去帮你。
And we study traditional 10 qualities that you should try to find in a teacher.
那我们学习到在传统上面一位老师的身上，你应该去找到的10项品质。
Then we study 3 qualities of a good student.
然后我们也学习当一个学生的3项品质，
Because it's like, yes, we want a good teacher,
因为确实我们想要有一位好的老师，
but then come on, we have to pay for it.
但是我们也得要付出代价。
In a way, one way to pay for it
那付出这个代价，或者是给老师付学费的一个方法，
is to be a good student.
就是你自己要当一个好学生。
Okay, I want you to be a good teacher.
那我想要你当一个好老师，
The teacher may say, okay, but you be a good student.
老师就说好，但你也得当一个好学生。
So our responsibility as students is trying to be good students.
因此，我们作为学生的责任就是要当一个好学生。
And that can mean many, many things.
那这个可以是包含很多不同的含义。
Many times I hear like the teacher wants a student who is critical and think about things.
有时候我会听说有些老师会希望学生是非常批判性的，
Like even Lord Buddha said, don't believe me just because I say it.
即便是佛陀也曾经说过，不要只因为出自我的嘴巴你就立即相信，
You have to listen,
你得要听，
check if it makes sense,
再去检查它合不合理，
put it into practice,
再实践出来，
and then decide to believe.
才决定你要不要相信。
So it's very good to have this open mind
所以有一个开放的心态很重要，
to receive the information,
去接收这一些讯息，
but also it's very good to have this ability to test it
但同时也应该要有能力去印证它，
and check if it makes sense,
以及去检查它是不是合理，
put it into practice,
然后去实践它，
check the results.
再检查一下结果。
Sometimes teachers can, for example, speak metaphorically.
有时候，例如说，老师会用比喻性的话去描述一些教授。
And there are stories when the teacher asks the student to do some things
那也有一些故事，提到老师有时候会叫一个学生做某件事情，
just to see if the student is stupid enough to do them.
只是去测试一下学生会不会笨到真的跟着去做。
But a good teacher always loves the student.
但一个好的老师总是很爱他的学生，
So they really are always taking care of you and helping you.
所以其实他总是尝试在照顾你跟帮助你。
Is this idea that Tim talked to us? Like they're gonna push you to the edge, but they are not gonna, how to say, take you over. You know, remember?
Push you over the edge.
Yeah, they are not gonna push you over the edge, but they are gonna push you to the very edge.
对，
Yeah.
所以这就是Tim老师提到的，就好的老师会把学生推到悬崖边，但不会把他推下去。
Yes. So yeah, what I'm saying is teachers can teach us in many, many different ways
所以我的意思是，老师可以用很多不同的方式去教你，
according to our own seeds, the seeds we have,
就是取决于我们自己有的种子，
according to our own level or capacity,
也取决于我们的学习能力
our own personality.
或者我们的个性。
That's also one of the qualities of a good teacher,
这也是一个好老师其中一项品质，
that they know exactly how to teach each one of their students.
他准确的知道每一个学生需要怎么去教他。
Then we also studied 3 qualities of a good teaching.
然后我们也学习到一个好的教授的3项品质。
So we studied qualities of teacher, qualities of students, and qualities of the teaching itself.
所以是有老师的品质、学生的品质，还有教授的品质。
Mhm. And then we also check about, you may remember, the 8, how was the name that Tim gave them? The 8
Worldly thoughts.
wrongly thoughts?
Worldly
Worldly.
thoughts.
Oh, worldly thoughts. Okay, yes, the 8 worldly thoughts.
那我们也学习到世间8法，
And it basically, they are thoughts that mostly go with us all, how to say, in everyday life.
那基本上就是我们日常生活都有的一些念头。
But they make, these thoughts make us making a lot of mistakes.
但这些念头会导致我们犯很多的错。
And just to mention them briefly again, it is like we get happy when we get what we want.
那快速的回顾一下，就是当我们得到想要的东西的时候，就会开心；
And then we get unhappy when we don't get what we want.
当我们得不到想要的东西的时候，就会不开心。
And the problem is that we are letting our happiness depending on other things
那问题在于，我们把自己的开心不开心定义在别的东西上，
that are not the real causes of happiness.
而那些东西都不是带来快乐真正的因。
We give too much power to things and circumstances outside of us
我们把太多的权利赋予在我们自己以外的人事物身上，
that make us very vulnerable to suffering and to keep planting bad seeds.
这会让我们很容易又堕进痛苦以及种坏种子的状况下。
Another set of 8 worldly thoughts is we feel happy when we feel good.
另外一对的世间8法就是我们感觉好的时候就会开心，
We feel unhappy when we feel bad or sick or something.
感觉不好或生病的时候就会不开心。
Something that helps me with these particular things sometimes is understanding that even those moments when we are sad, angry, or feeling bad, sick, whatever, they pass. They feel so eternal when we are going through them, but understanding their impermanence to me is very, very useful, very helpful.
对于我去对治这个心态的很有用的一个方法，就是当我去想到这一些，无论我是忧郁、是愤怒，还是生病，什么不舒服的感觉都好，我知道他们都不是永恒的，总有一天它会过去。所以，当我们在那个状态里面、那个心情里面的时候，会以为它会永恒的持续，但要知道它一定会过去，都是无常。
That way, maybe you don't let a certain kind of pain to make your life so unhappy because you know it will pass.
Sorry again.
if you understand the impermanence of things, that may help not to let certain kind of pain to make your life so unhappy, because you understand.
certain kind of pain.
Let's say you have certain kind of pain, and then because of that you feel very unhappy. But if you understand this pain will go away at some point, then you're okay, well, I don't need to be so unhappy about it. It's gonna change later.
所以这个很有帮助，就是如果你在某种痛苦当中，然后你只要理解到这个痛苦总有一天它会离开的话，会帮助你在那个痛苦当中不会不开心，不会那么不开心，因为你知道它总有一天会走的。
And if you know about seeds and emptiness,
如果你懂种子跟空性的话，
you can understand why it's happening,
你就会理解它为什么会发生。
and also you can do something about it to change it.
而且你能够做点什么去改变它。
The next one is you feel happy when you are famous,
下一对是当你成名有名的时候就开心，
and then unhappy when no one knows about you, no one remembers you.
然后当没有人认识你，没有人记得你的时候就不开心，
You feel very like lonely, or like nobody cares about me.
你就觉得很孤单，没有人关心我。
But it's good to understand that your happiness is not coming from that.
但要去理解你的快乐不来自于你是否成名。
Tim shared with us a very cool game they do when they're little kids when they are learning.
那 Tim 跟我们分享一个就是小沙弥玩的游戏，
I think it's Mushi Musum,
叫木
I
须木
think.
鼠非三则四。
and it's like, do you know a famous person who is happy?
大家知道一个非常对不对？就是你有没有认识一个一个名人是开心的？
I think so, yes.
我觉得有吧。
Geshe Michael.
葛西麦克，
I think he's very happy, and I think he's famous.
我觉得他是一个非常开心，而且他是非常有名的人。
And then, but do you know a famous person who is unhappy?
那你有没有认识一个有名的人却不开心呢？
Yeah, I hear like Hollywood stars that, they kill themselves and some things like that.
有啊，像我就会听说，就是好莱坞的一些明星，他们都会自杀。
And people who's not famous and is happy.
那你有没有知道一些没有名却开心的人？
Like I had a neighbor, she was like 108 years old.
Very auspicious。我有一个邻居，他大概108岁，
She was super happy,
他超级开心，
but she was also like, in her own house.
但同时他就是宅在自己家里，
Their family sometimes visit son and daughter.
偶尔可能儿女们他们的家人会来探访他一下，
But other than that, no much people know her.
但除此以外没有太多人认识他。
She was not famous, but very, very happy.
他没有名，可是他非常非常开心。
And people who's not famous and are not happy?
那我们又有没有认识一些既没有名也不开心的人呢？
That can be also very common.
对，这也是蛮常见的。
And then with this kind of game, we prove if happiness is somehow connected to famous.
所以用这一类的游戏，我们就可以去印证说，有名跟快乐两者有没有关联？
But because we see there are all kinds of permutations there,
但因为我们看见有不同的排列、不同组合都是成立的，
we can see that it's not the cause,
所以我们就可以推论，一个不是另一个的因，
it's not really connected.
它们两者事实上是没有关联的。
And we can do this exercise with many, many things.
然后我们可以用这个练习，是可以应用在不同的事情上，
To try to find what are the real causes for our life situations.
尝试去找出我们生命里面各种的事情的因到底真正是什么。
And finally, the last set of the 8 worldly thoughts,
然后世间8法的最后一对，
we feel happy when people treat us well and talk nicely about us.
我们当有人赞美我们或对我们好的时候，我们就会开心。
And we feel unhappy when they yell at us or get angry with us, they treat us badly.
然后当人们批评我们或骂我们或对我们不好的时候，我们就会不开心。
If we can learn about real causes, it will definitely help us to keep a sense of happiness independently of those things.
如果我们能够学习真正的因是什么的话，一定会帮助我们的快乐不被以上的事情影响。
And I'm gonna check if that was, one moment,
我来检查一下，
that was class 6 or class 7,
那是第6堂还是第7堂课来
because
着？
today we're gonna have class 8 and class 9.
因为今天我们会上第8、第9堂课，世间八法。对
That was 6. Okay. Then finally in class 7,
然后最后昨天的第7堂课，
we went deeper on this idea of bodhicitta.
我们更深入的去讲了菩提心。
We mentioned this thing about bodhicitta is the wish to become enlightened
我们提到菩提心是想要证悟的愿心，
in order to help other people.
为了帮助其他人。
And just to have in mind that not to be confused with a mind which has already reached enlightenment.
这个不要，就听到菩提心，不要混淆，以为它就是已证悟的心。
Because if you go to the actual etymologies of the word bodhicitta,
因为如果你真的去研究 bodhicitta 这个梵文词的语言学，
like the meaning of the Sanskrit word,
就是这个梵文词的本身的含义。
body means awaken
Bodhi 就是被唤醒
and chitta means mind.
，chitta 意思是心或意识。
So yeah, like how do you say, etymologically speaking, or you know what I'm saying, like the definition of the word
所以在词义学里面，这一个词的定义
means awakened mind.
是以觉醒的心，
But in truth, it refers to this wish to become awakened
但事实上它的含义是希望能够觉醒，
and use that to help others.
然后运用已觉醒的心去帮助其他人。
And now, question for you.
好，现在问你们问题：
How do we call a person who has developed bodhicitta?
我们怎么称呼一个已经有菩提心的人呢？菩萨
Yes.
菩萨，对，
Bodhisattva. How is bodhisattva in Chinese?
菩萨。
Pusa.
Yeah.
It's not bodhisattva.
That's too long.
Okay. It's bodhichin.
菩提心
Bodhishin.
，Yeah，菩提心，
Bodhishin. Well, not bodhisattva.
对
No.
，Yeah, no，
Okay.
菩
Bodhishin. I think it's important to be doing this, no?
the
Bodhishin.
meter, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now, question.
好，现在问题：
Does every bodhisattva has seen emptiness directly?
是否每一位菩萨都已直见空性呢
不是
？No,
有阿罗汉，
we have arhats.
不是不是
Wait, is that the opposite?
是每个菩萨都有
But not every bodhisattva has seen emptiness directly.
Yes.
是的，不是每个菩萨都有直见空性。
In a way, that's a tricky question.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
某程度上，其实这个问题很难解释。
Yeah. It's a tricky question because his team, by the way,
哦，
welcome
顺带一
him,
提，他是 Tim， 请
Main-
同学介绍一下，
producer, teacher of this course,
是这一些课程的制作人兼老师，
and we welcome him.
我们欢迎他。
Sheshe Laoshe, or how's that?
Thank you,
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
谢谢
Okay.
老师。
Sheshe Laoshe.
是
Yeah, sure. So yeah, this thing about everybody sattva has seen emptiness directly is a tricky question because
对这个是否所有的菩萨都已直见空性这个问题非常的难解，
it's
因为
one of those times when no matter what you say,
就是这一个例子，就是那一种无论你说什么，
if you have a clear reason in your mind why you are saying it,
当你在说的时候意识是清晰的话，
you could be correct.
你也可以，你的答案也都是对的。
So you can say no.
所以你可以说，你可以否定，
Not every bodhisattva has seen emptiness directly,
并非每一位菩萨都已直见空性，
because you could have had developed the wish to become enlightened to help other people,
因为你确实可以已经培养出想要达到正悟，为了去利益众生，
even before you see emptiness directly.
在你直见空性以前就有这样的愿心了。
But you can say, if you are in the other side of the debate,
可是，在这一场辩论的另一方，
you can say, I see what you mean.
你可以说：“哦，我知道你什么意思了，
You mean a baby bodhisattva,
你是说菩萨宝宝对吧？
but not a real
但
bodhisattva,
不是真正的菩萨，
because there are other definitions.
因为也有其他的定义。
When they say an ultimate real
因为
bodhisattva
当我们讲究竟真正的菩萨，
is someone who saw emptiness directly
是一个以直见空性的人，
with this wish to help everybody else.
就是同时也拥有这个想要帮助所有众生的愿心。
So yeah, welcome everyone. We have yes.
Japanese probably.
Fukiko is translating for us audio. Yes, and she's
そうですね。
Rumi no Rui,
More or less okay ですね。
and they could log in and use headphones.
ふきこさん今ズーム
Yeah.
そう。
普段ズームで通訳できるんです。
要不要做记号？好多人都是。
Beautiful meditation.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe more Japanese will come.
啊，
Okay.
对。我们下午会有更多的日本同学。
So we were having quick review. Welcome. Your name?
Masashi.
Masashi and
もっとこ
Motoko. Welcome.
欢迎大家。
We were doing a quick review on what we have studied so far in this course.
我们刚刚在回顾这一个课程当中，我们目前为止学到的内容，
It has 10 classes.
我们有10堂课，
We already have 7.
我们已经上了7堂了。
Today is 8, 9, tomorrow 10.
今天是第8、第9堂，然后明天是第10
At
堂。
least that's the plan, but you know things change sometimes.
至少我们是这么计划的，但大家都知道计划赶不上变化。
Okay, so we did quick review. What are the 3 principal paths?
我们很快的复习了3主要道：
Renunciation,
出离心、
bodhicitta,
菩提心、
correct view.
正确的世界观。
We did quick review. We studied the 10 qualities of a good teacher.
然后我们也学习了好老师的10项品质，
The 3 good qualities of a student,
还
of a
有
good student.
一个好的学生的3项品质。
Let's put it this way, 3 of the good qualities of a good student.
应该说一个好学生的其中3项品质。
You see how it's a little different?
你有看到细微的差别吗？
That's kind of the skill I was telling you later in later courses.
这就是我刚刚提到，在后面的课程你会学到更细微的一些技巧。
I guess now I'm scared because I have been beaten many times just by a little word.
我现在开始觉得有点害怕，因为我之前好像有讲很多话，就是只差一点点的词汇上的不同。
And then we studied we studied 3 good qualities of a good teaching.
然后我们学习了一个好的教授的其中3项品质。
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
They
Does everybody understand English and Chinese?
Yeah, we
I don't
asked.
understand Chinese, but I understand.
You understand English?
she speaks Spanish.
Yeah.
He speaks Spanish
Are
too.
you okay with English? Are you okay? You can understand?
まあ、そうそう。もし難しかったら。
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it gets
Zoom
too
it.
difficult, then
Zoom
he'll
it.
listen on
Okay, I just
Zoom.
want to make sure
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah, yeah,
because we
yeah.
have access if you need translation. Okay,
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Okay. I have headphones if she wants.
I just asked,
Ah,
and she
okay.
said she get confused if she.
Ah, okay.
Here, Japanese, here.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, 3 good qualities of a good teaching,
一个好的教授的3项品质，
8 worldly thoughts.
然后以及世间8法，
These are ideas or thoughts that get us in trouble in daily life.
那些就是让我们在日常生活里面陷入麻烦的一些念头。
Then certain special details about bodhisattvas and bodhicitta.
然后还有讲到一些关于菩萨以及菩提心的细节，
And we study how wonderful benefit we can get if we become bodhisattvas.
然后之后我们就学习到，如果我们能够成为菩萨的话，会有什么样的利益或好处。
Basically, I will summarize this way.
基本上我就会用这样的方式去总结。
If you become a bodhisattva,
如果你成为菩萨，
you will create the karma to make all your dreams come true.
你就可以创造出让你所有梦想实现的业力。
Today I was preparing the class
今天我在备课，
and I read here in the scripture it says,
然后我就读到在文本里面讲到，
just one moment of wishing that everybody else had all the happiness they want,
光是在一刻的时间当中想到，希望所有众生都得到他们想要的幸福快乐，
it will be, how to say, big enough. It will be big enough good merit
这就是足够大量的福德，
to fill the whole space in the universe.
去填满整个宇宙的空间。
So it's like super, super powerful, good seeds.
所以这是超级超级有力量的好种子。
And there are many more benefits,
那当然还有其他很多不同的利益或好处，
like the Buddhas will be always taking care of you.
像是佛陀会一直的照顾好你，
Other bodhisattvas consider you as sibling.
然后其他的菩萨也会把你看成是他的兄弟姐妹。
Then you will be eligible to reach enlightenment in one lifetime.
以及你就会有资格在一辈子的时间当中证悟，
You will be able to practice advanced teachings very easily,
然后你会很容易得到机会去学习那些进阶的修行，
and some more benefits.
然后还有更多其他的好处。
But in general,
但一般整体而言，
I will say your life will become extremely happy and extremely successful.
我会说你的人生会变得极其的幸福以及极其的成功，
Plus, you are able to help so many people.
以及你可以帮助很多的人，
That's what I was saying is good business.
所以我才说这是一门不错的生意。
You have a great, amazing time,
你会有，
and you can help others as well.
所以你会过得非常精彩，而且同时能帮助其他人。
So this was I don't know if I should call it brief, but a brief summary of what we have studied so far.
以上就是我也不知道该不该称它为简短，但是就是一个简短的我们目前学到的内容的总结。
Today we are gonna do class 8,
今天我们会来学第8课，
and it is about,
是关于
okay, once you have understand why it will be so cool to become a bodhisattva
你了解为什么成为菩萨如此的酷，
and develop bodhicitta,
并且培养菩提心如此的酷。
now you may ask, how can I do it?
接着你可能就会问，那我要怎么做到呢？
And that's what class 8 is gonna be about.
这个就会是第8课的内容。
But before that, we will just take a break.
在那之前，我们先休息一下。
And yeah, thank you for coming. I hope you like the meditation.
谢谢你们来，希望你们喜欢今天的冥想。
No, really, confession is like we didn't meditate today.
我要忏悔一下，其实今天没有
We
冥想
just did
到，
review.
我们做了一个复习。
But in a way, review can be also helpful for meditation
但老实说，其实复习也对于冥想很有帮
because
助
it，helps you to go step by step of the whole process.
因为它帮你一步一步的去再走一遍那个过程
It，gives you clarity on what we're doing here.
让你更清晰知道我们在这边干嘛。
And some meditations are actually about that,
事实
reviewing
上，有一些冥想也
steps
是
on what we're doing.
在做对于我们在做事情步骤的一个复习。
So yeah, just take a break. Welcome to the new people.
好，我们休息一下，欢迎新同学们，
And yeah, glad you came. Thank you.
很高兴你们来，谢谢。
Very welcome. Very welcome. Yeah, take a break. Go to the bathroom. Do I don't know,
好，休息一下，上个洗手
make new
间，
friends or something. I
认
don't
识一
know.
下新朋友。
稍微
Yes.
调整一下座位。
Maybe adjust the